No fancy editing, just straight value. So let's get to it. And today I'm gonna show you how to stop sending sales emails with codes or usually people do like 15% to 30%, right? How to stop sending those and send something without a sale that still drives a lot of revenue. The same revenue or probably even more, with more profit too, because you're not doing any sale, okay? So before I get into the kinds of emails that you need to be sending out, I'm actually going to reveal the very first one here. There's many here, but this one is the holidays emails. But before I start talking about this, I want to emphasize the problem that is that people send a lot of sales emails. And if you do this, you are pretty much destroying the reputation of your brand. You are losing profits, and in a matter of like 2 to 3 years, you are literally out of business. Okay, because it is not sustainable at all. Okay, on the short term, it's cool, but trust me, you're going to lose a lot. All right. So what you need to do instead is you need to send specific types of emails that still drive revenue without a discount. And the very first one is holidays. And now the example here is Halloween. I'm showing this example because this is what's currently popping. Right now is October, November, so it's Halloween time pretty much. I personally am not a big fan of Halloween, but as a marketer, I obviously still do emails like this. Now, this can be really anything. This can be a very specific holiday, like, I don't know, a pancake holiday or something completely random related to your brand. Just go on ChatGPT or Google and type in holidays about something, and you're gonna see that, right? It's gonna give you a lot. And the reason I mention this is because again, this can be about really anything, even Christmas emails. I would say those are my favorite theme type of emails, Christmas emails. You don't need to send a discount. You just put the email with the Christmas theme, and it's going to automatically drive a lot more revenue because subconsciously people are gonna see that it's about Christmas and they need to buy something, and they're gonna buy it. Okay, so yeah, this is the first email, the first types of emails you should be sending about holidays. No code, just make a theme about holidays. And you can even see that there's almost no copy at all here. This is pretty straightforward. And this is actually a really good example of a good email. Really good stuff. The button, this is almost a perfect email, to be completely honest with you. Pretty good. Okay. Now, let's go to the next one, which is product launch. Now, on product launches, usually people do sales. But I actually suggest you to not do that when you do a product launch, because the product launch by itself, it's already a good selling point. So yeah, just use that. Just do product launches emails with no discounts. Okay, it performs really well. And this is Dr. Scratch. You most likely know this brand, and something like this just crushes. Okay, and you can see these two emails are completely simple and have almost no copy. This is how email marketing should be. Not all the time, but most of the time. And again, I want to emphasize the fact that this is stupid simple, and this is really what works, okay? So let's go to the next one, which is growth updates. Oh my god, this is actually the reason why I just laugh. It's because I did an email like this, very similar to this, the other day to a client of mine, and it crushed it. Again, no discount, nothing. It completely crushed it. It was amazing. Okay, so a growth update. This can really be about anything. This can be like, today is our anniversary. We hit an X amount of sales. This can be really anything. In this case, it's 1 million orders. But just give updates to your audience about your brand. It can be anything again. And these ones just crush. And again, just imagine the amount of brands that are doing this kind of stuff. Almost none, okay? So please take advantage of this. It's very powerful. Let's go to the next one, which is how it works. Yeah, you probably already guessed. I don't remember this in order, but again, I understand how this kind of stuff works. I don't really know how this works. Okay, so how it works, it's pretty simple. In this case, you just explain to your customer how your product works. Now, this can be in really way because you can really explain to your customer how the product works in many different ways. And with that alone, you can create a bunch of emails related to just that, okay? I'm not gonna go over to this email, but this is a good example of how the product works, what to expect, when to, in this case, to drink it, how much to drink it, right? But you get the point. This is a good email that performs well, okay? Let's go to the next one, which is reviews. Okay, so reviews are a bit of a tricky one because I think you should create emails specifically for reviews, but I think reviews, it's something that you should do on a bunch of type of emails, okay? You should add a review here. For example, you can talk about the best seller of the month and just add a review about it, you know? You can use reviews to your own advantage because reviews are indeed extremely powerful, but still, these kinds of emails just about reviews, they still work a lot and they still work very well. In fact, I send them quite a bit, not as much because I usually use reviews to very specific emails like I mentioned, but these review emails, like, they just crush, man. If you do it correctly, it crushes. It's really, really good. So you should add reviews to your advantage in really in any sort of email you are creating, okay? Just keep that in mind. All right, so the next one I want to talk about here is single benefit. Now, the single benefit is different to how it works, and this is actually from the same brand. So the single benefit is, for example, in this case, this brand is talking about COQ10. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. So it's one element about the drink they have, and they explain what it does, not how it works, but essentially the benefits of it. And they just talk about this one benefit. And this crushes. Like, for example, I'm actually working with a brand that has a natural performance drink. And they have a bunch, not a bunch, but you know, it's kind of like 6 ingredients. And I can create so many emails about those ingredients and they still drive revenue with no discount. So it's a very good, okay? And you should do this, especially if you are, you know, a consumable brand. It works very well. All right, so the last one I want to talk about here is back in stock. I leave the best for last. Okay, so I always do this. Subconsciously, I do. Okay, so in this case, it says shop 25% off, but please just ignore this. And I don't even know if this is like a back in stock email. I just saw the back here. But basically, what you can do now and then is send. You shouldn't do this very often. You have to be very strategic about it. But send back in stock emails to, for example, products that are not selling very well. Okay, you can do that, and my God, they crush. I would say all of these emails, if I had to pick one that performs the best, it's the back in stock email, without a doubt. But again, this is something that it almost kind of feels like a sale because you shouldn't really send these very often. I mean, if you do, I guess it shows that people buy your stuff subconsciously, but I wouldn't do that a lot of times. But still, the back in stock email, it's really, really good. And this one, again, I'm not sure if this is a back in stock email. I just saw the back thing here. Yeah, only 500 in stock or something along the lines of that, I guess. But still, back in stock emails, they absolutely crush. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked it. And honorable mentions here: trending products and staff favorites. I love staff favorites. Trending products are basically the ones that are currently trending. I like to do something along the lines of like the best of the month. That works very well. I always do this for really all my clients. The last few days of the month, 25 to 30, I send an email about the best of the month. And I sometimes also send the staff favorites. This one works really well. If you do something along the lines of like clothing or, you know, a lot of options, right? Works really well. So yeah, honorable mentions that a lot of people don't talk about. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you learned something from this. And if you are looking for someone to help you manage your email marketing someone long term. I have been working with some of my clients for more than a year. I'm the guy. I studied the best of the best. I learned from the best of the best, and I just basically improve with what they already do. So I'm kind of like, the improvement of the best of the best. Let's put it that way. So yeah, thank you for watching. Appreciate it, and yeah, wish you an amazing rest of the day. Oh, there you go. Sorry. Have a nice day.